WNBA team. Your thoughts, I'm sure.
Wanda Sykes, Alexis Sykes, this has been in the works since 2022. I remember when they first told me about it and how excited they were and how diligent they've been working, as well as like all the other people behind the scenes. But for my hometown team, the Sixers, to truly invest into a W team, that's always been my dream. To have an organization for the city is going to be so important. Every place that I played, women in that community matter. Our faces matter, our roles matter. I think it brings a lot of like nurturing care, a lot of love. Obviously, the competitiveness, the eliteness of what is the W is here, but it's more so in the community that I feel like we really bring a different spirit about us. But for the women of Philly, the tri-state area, Delco, where I'm from, to have a team now and have something to look to. If you can see it, you can be it, and I think that's a really dope thing. Philly is a basketball town. The tri-state area is a basketball place, so this is just a really cool moment for me as an older player, right? I mean, this is my dream since I came in 2015. I was like, Philly is going to get a team. If it is like the last thing I do, just for the city itself, so I'm really happy.
So how did you find out? Like, what was your reaction to the news? Like, how did you find out?
I mean, I woke up to the news on Instagram as everyone else did, but when I actually looked through my phone, her wife had texted me and was like, I know that you probably heard by now, which I'm so excited about, because for two women to truly push and continue to push all these years and not take no for an answer, not take the door slammed in their face as an answer, I think it's really cool. Obviously, adding teams to this league is what we've always wanted to do. I think that we've proven with the Valkyries that the investment is there, the want is there, and then the money follows. So I just think that this is all around a better, we want to leave this league better than what we found it, and this is a part of doing that. And to, obviously, there's a lot more players than the 144, whatever that number ends up being right now. So this just presents a lot of women opportunities to play at that next level, at the highest level. Yeah.
Tosh, this is from my colleague, Kenny St. Phil. First of all, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm good, thank you for asking.
Good.
But he wanted to know, how did a Liberty Bibberty Love Island watch party help kind of...
Oh my gosh! I just like, I don't even know if I want to watch the next episode. I will. But everybody in that house pissing me off right now. I just feel like the producers of Love Island, they just need to do a better job vetting people. And we want real love. We don't want people that just want to get famous after the show, and that's what's killing me. I want a Serena and Cordell again. And please get them to a Liberty Bibberty game. I love Serena and Cordell.
Do you hope to be, I mean, obviously you're still playing now, but do you hope to be involved with the Philly franchise in 2030? Do you have to play for them for
I think that for
yeah.
me, the reality is I would be 38. I don't know what my career holds. I don't think any of us do. The ball can stop at any point. I want to play for it as long as I can, but I also want to make sure that my family gets the most of me that they can as well. So by 38, hopefully I have some kids out here running around, little Tashas, little Tizzies, you know what I mean? So we'll just see what that holds. But long term, I would love to be a part of like front office type shit. This is where I want to play. This is where I want to play.
Detroit and Cleveland are both teams that are both places that have had teams that have shown that there was like love. And
I don't like the Detroit or the Cleveland slander. I think the Detroit shock is one of like, when you talk about our OG teams and like a Deanna Nolan, like Tweety, man, that was one of my favorite players. I think that was like one of the first times that, and Cheryl Ford, like, I feel like that was one of the first times you could see the W and be like, man, this is about to go crazy. The sellout crowds that they used to have, even for them to be able to compete with Detroit, their crowd compared to like an LA Sparks crowd back in the day, absolutely amazing. And I think for Cleveland, like, we always hear about the LeBron James and like that's really cool and that's his city, but now we get to really go back to like our roots and on the women's side really start to empower again some women in that community. So I'm really excited. We're going to continue to add teams. I do think there are great locations elsewhere that we can add teams in, but I don't feel like beggars can be choosers. And when we're talking about we want to keep expanding, we can't really knock the teams that we're expanding to. It presents a lot more opportunities for women out here to have jobs, to be able to provide for their families, to stay stateside, to be safe, to get the adequate care that they need, the resources. And we just see the trajectory of women's basketball, and we're just on the up and up. So this is an exciting time for us.
Tosh, one thing you've said throughout this process, you've said there's no panic, there's no panic. As a relative newcomer to this team, what gives you that sense moments of no panic, and how confident are you? And how does this team's mantra of all we got, all we need?
I literally was about to say, we're all we got, we all we need. We have everything that we need in that locker room. There's no panic. I think everyone needs to take like a reality check and like a chill pill. It's a whole school word, right? Like really like chill on us. We have 2 missing starters. You take any 2 missing starters away from any other team in this league, I want y'all to play 7 games and 4 of them be on the road and see what y'all do. So there is no fucking panic. We're missing about 35 points off our score. We're missing about 20 rebounds off the board. So we are fine. We've been trying to make do. There's accountability that we can take in these losses. Of like, our defense needs to be fucking better. Our offense is still scoring at the point that we want it to. We're still getting shots that we want, but it's that defensive end. And again, we're missing Leo, who to me is a first-team all-defense, if not like defensive player of the year, should be a candidate. And then you're talking about JJ, who's a rim protector, our rebounder, and just like a beast when it comes to guarding 5. So. We're going to be fine. We got Leo back. JJ's working her ass off over here. But I think we got really productive minutes and experience from our bench as well. So when I say there's no panic, there literally is no panic.
Josh, how big is it with teams that were added from a rivalry standpoint? I mean, Philly's right between Washington and New York.
Yeah.
Connecticut moves to Boston. I mean, that's the Northeast corridor. You have 4 teams.
It.
Cleveland, Detroit rivalry. I mean, just the league, besides getting NBA owners back in, but also having potential rivalries that have obviously blossomed in spots.
I think everyone loves the rivalries that we have in this league. I think fans have their own rivalries. I think we have our own rivalries. But that just adds to the competitiveness of the game. It adds to the excitement of it. I know y'all know when we step across these lines, like we're going at it, regardless if we're friends or not. So I think that's our own reality TV show sometimes for people to watch and be entertained. But this is just all around a great move for our league. It's a great move for us as players and for that next generation of players coming in.
What do you make of 3 NBA ownership groups? Obviously, you've played for a lot of NBA ownership groups who also are involved with the W.
Yeah.
What do you think about that idea?
I love it. I love the want to be involved, but I will say this: when NBA groups are involved, that doesn't mean you just do it because it's cool. It doesn't mean you just do it because it looks good for whatever organization you're a part of. Like, you have to truly invest into your women's side of things, and we're not here for crumbs. We're here for the whole fucking meal. In a lot of these areas, we're better than our male counterparts from an organization standpoint, from a win standpoint, from even an engagement standpoint. So I love it. We appreciate it, but don't let it just be like the cool thing to do right now. Make sure y'all actually invest into women and create those standards that are the same from one side of the gym to the next.
What is the difference between individual players, having championship habits? Obviously, a lot of vets, a lot of ring winners on this team, and the difference between that and a team itself having championship habits, because that's something that Sandy talks a lot.
Yeah.
As a collective.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, going back to the no panic, we all in some way, shape, or form have played at the highest levels, whether that's in college, whether that's here. I have a championship, other people have championships clearly from last year on this team. But we have to get back to that championship mentality as a team. And that means all the minute details that you typically pass over, you can't pass over. You have to be able to guard the ball. You have to take ownership of your one-on-one matchup. You have to take ownership of being weak side. Then you have to get the rebound. Then we have to be committed to running our lanes. Like, you cannot skip a step. And so that's what we're just getting back to right now, and making sure we're holding each other accountable too.
You alluded to the defensive difficulties without Leo, without JJ. And without JJ on the floor, your possessions on defense are almost 2 seconds shorter. It's 14 seconds versus 16 when she's out there. What are some adjustments you guys can make in terms of blowing up initial actions or making sure that you're in rotation faster that could make things a little bit more difficult?
This week was big on just simplifying things for us, going back to like the basics of what fundamental defense is and just keeping it simple so that we can do those actions great. So like you said, we're going to blow up all DHOs, like we're going to get into people, we're going to be more physical, we're going to be at the point of the screens, we're going to be there in our rotations, and we're going to be there to rebound. That is what getting back this week has been about. We've had 2 really good practices leading up to this game tomorrow, so I'm just excited to get back in front of this Barclays crowd and kind of get this thing rolling again. It's always hard to win on the road, especially when you're down, but that 6-man mentality from our crowd is going to give us that extra boost.
And then just one more off the court. You were on the road when Zoran wins the primary.
I'm Donnie, that's my boy.
And you were very vocal in the weeks and the days leading up to that. Now, with how quick the news cycle goes, you've got Trump out there talking about needing
I told him to
support
fuck
him?
around and find out. If Donnie want to come down here, that's fine. If Ice wants to try to come down here, that's fine. But you going to learn the hard way. I've been here 2 months, and New Yorkers really don't fuck around. They don't play about one another. They don't play about this city. And I just think that it's reckless of our president. I think that it's reckless of this administration. But also, it's actually exciting for us as the people, because that's when you know we're getting to them. That's when you know we're creating change that they don't want. That's when you know that we're dismantling a system. And so for all of us in New York, I'm just going to ask that we continue to be on the right path to history, that we protect one another, that we protect Mamdani and what he wants to do, because ultimately he wants to protect us down the line. There is no shying away from. He is a Muslim, he is a socialist, and he is a Democrat. So he's going to get the worst PR of all PRs. They're going to tell you that to be scared of him. They're going to tell you all this like Islamophobia shit. They're going to tell you that a socialist is a scary thing for our country moving forward. Socialism is that everyone has equity, everyone has the same shit, everyone can live the same dignified life of one another, and he's going to do it through taxing the rich instead of taxing the poor to give more to the rich. So I just want people to like do this with their eyes a little bit, you feel me? Like, don't be blinded, don't be in tunnel vision, but especially for here in New York, we need to make sure we protect ours.